I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about when you don't do the work. So this is a bit of a warning video for all of you watching. I got to tell you that if you just try and get your ex back by doing simple little tricks, it's not going to make the relationship last, and you're going to wind up with another broken heart. So please, please, please keep in mind that I purposely teach certain skills at certain times to better your chances of not only reattracting them, but making it last, and long-lasting changes in yourself. Because I really want to see you guys grow and change for the better. So, consider this. If you give up, if you walk away after a couple weeks or maybe a couple months and you just say, you know what, I'm moving on, forget it, and you haven't really made the long-lasting changes in yourself, you're choosing failure, okay? Because you're gonna eventually find somebody else, and the chances of you making it work with that person, if you haven't corrected your problems and the mistakes you were making the first time, you're gonna likely do the same thing to your next partner. Okay? So please, please, please consider that, because I want success stories out of you guys. And I know you're going to have pitfalls and bumps and bruises along the way, but at the long run, I want you to do great, okay? So today I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video, okay? The first thing, well, you'll see how I'm going to play this out. But I'm going to do a follow-up with the video when they don't value you. Do you remember that video? Go back and watch that video after this one. It's called When They Don't Value You. And just to give you a little summary, it was about a guy who was dating a girl. They were both like 19 years old. She was living with this guy at his parents' house, and she wasn't treating him very good. She had been talking to another guy and broke up with him to be with a guy that she had been Skyping with while they were together. And she had never met this guy before, this other guy. Left him. Supposedly they were engaged. She moved to be with him and left this guy. He was just broken up. He was depressed. He was sad. He had a really hard time. So, we talked this week. We did a Skype. We haven't talked in a couple of months. And he told me that he wound up hearing from that girl. And he said, Craig, he's like, I could not believe it. He goes, you nailed everything. Everything that you said was going to happen came true. They broke up already, she and the fantasy guy. He was a complete jerk to her, and that's putting it nicely. And she was telling him, oh, what did I do? I ruined the best relationship that I ever had. I can't believe this. Why would I do this? You were so amazing to me. And she was begging to take him back. But he was already dating somebody else. And that was actually the reason that he was doing the Skype with me, is because he was dating somebody new, and he got dumped again. So one of the first questions I said to him is, have you been watching the videos? And there was a long pause, and he looked at me, and he's like, honestly, no. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read the text messages between him and her. Okay? He agreed that I could do that and share it with you guys because he thought it would be helpful. So, she said, we need to talk sometime soon. He said, is everything okay? You seem distant these past few days. She said, just thinking and praying a lot. He said, I understand. That's what I've been doing as well. I'm available to talk whenever you want. She said, okay, well I have class and then work, so today may not be good. He said, look, if this is your way of saying that you don't want to do this anymore, I'm fine if you tell me over text. Or if you just want to talk about a relationship going forward, then I'm fine waiting. Don't worry about that. Or don't worry about hurting me. I'm going to be fine. Obviously I like you and I want to be with you, but if that's not what you want, then I understand. Trust me. Look at how anxious he has gotten quick. Somebody that watched my videos this long should know better, but he fell back into old patterns and it completely fell apart. This could have easily been prevented, because at the time, the girl was still into him. She says, I know, we should probably talk in person. It's better. We talked about that. He said, I know where you're coming from, but it's pretty obvious to me that you don't want this anymore. I know you want to talk in person, but if we're just going to talk in person just to say that it's over when it's obviously that's what we're going to talk about, I would rather just know now, look, you're an amazing person. This is all one text, by the way. You're an amazing person. You'll find that guy that you're looking for, and I'm strong enough to say goodbye, if that's what you're saying. Obviously, I'm willing to make it work between us, but I know that's not what you want, and I understand. Trust me, I really do. Before she even could reply, how about we meet outside of your work after so we can talk? Alright. She said, it's not that I'm not willing, it's just that on Wednesday at church, I got this overwhelming feeling that we needed to stop all this. All I could do was cry. I think that God has a lot working in me to do. I am nowhere near ready to start a relationship with someone. God has a lot of work to do in both of us lives. If we're meant to be together, then God will make it happen when we are both ready in accordance to His perfect will. What do you think He does here? Well, let's put it to you this way. You ever play Tetris? You remember Tetris, all the pieces of Tetris? Well, let's just say that his looked like the long blue line in Tetris. And they all, well, let me just read. He said, yeah, I agree. I don't think we're ready for this yet. Our past keeps getting in the way. I think that we should take some time apart and rebuild ourselves. I know that right now there are too many things that are distracting from us being with each other. So I agree with you. And like you said, if it's meant to be, then God will bring us back together. But right now, it definitely seems like we both are not over our past yet. And it's a big roadblock in our way. Let God's healing do His work on both of us. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. So I think it's best if we take a good amount of time to heal everything and be good about everything. May God be with us. And if it's meant to be, then He will show us. Well, thank you for telling me the truth. I hope that you find what you're looking for, and may God be on your side and bless you with His healing. I know that He'll do great things for you and help you along His way, and let God do His work on both of us, because I know there are some things I need to do and work on in me as well. I'm sorry, I can't read any faster. I hope you find what you're looking for. This is what I'm telling you guys. You have to do the work, because if you don't, you're going to revert to this. Just like he did. I did several Skypes with him, and he was watching my videos for a while. She said, thank you so much for your understanding. I'll be praying for you. I know that God will bless your path. Thank you for everything. I mean that. He said, you're welcome. I hope God will bless your path as well. I know no matter what happens, if it's in His plans for us to be together. I mean, how many times could he say the same thing? He said the same. It seems like I'm reading the same text message, but it's not. It's not. My gosh, it's just, he's like literally said the same. And that's anxiety. He's repeating himself because the anxiety has just overwhelmed him. I mean, some of you guys will complain if I don't finish it, so I'm just going to finish it. I apologize. It's easy to lose because it's all one sentence, one long run-on sentence here. Like, there's no periods and there's no, pauses. It's all just one block, one long Tetris block of anxiety. Maybe that's what the game was. Tetris was really about anxiety, and the let's see, the avoidant attachment style would be the one piece that was like the little Z, and the anxious is the long blue block. All right. I know God will put us in the right direct because God isn't concerned about the perfection in our life. He's concerned with the direction of our life. And when I say a good amount of time apart, there's I'm thinking like a month would be good. Think about, is this something we want? And to think about everything, but there really is no set time. Anyways, I hope God blesses you and guides your path no matter what happens. I just want to say thank you for everything. Anyways, maybe I'll talk to you sometime in the future. Thank you. Maybe we'll talk in the future. Smiley face. Yeah, if she bumps into him and goes, "Oh, God, there he is. Now I have to talk to him." That's how she's gonna bump into him. Guys, the point of today's video is really just to show you that you have to work on yourself to make the long-lasting changes. Here we have a guy who did 2 coachings with me just a few months ago, and he gave up. He started dating again. He didn't do the work on himself. He didn't learn to manage his anxiety. He didn't learn to identify his triggers. He didn't learn how to communicate. And, I mean, even a basic thing is his texts are just non-stop, run-on pages. They're not even paragraphs. They're just pages upon pages. I mean, you may not necessarily do that exact thing. But we all have our weaknesses. And my point is, whatever your weaknesses are, if you don't make real long-lasting changes for yourself and really get it deep in your core, you're going to fall back and revert to old behaviors and wind up getting dumped again. And that is not where I want to see you, because look at how hurt you are and how difficult the breakup is for you now. So please, 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 when I tell you to watch videos like how to choose a good partner, how to make your partner feel loved, and things like that, you really want to watch those things, because if you don't, you'll revert back to old behaviors that'll wind up getting you another broken heart. So, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, AskCraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. If you like the video, put a like on there, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.